Okay, so it's an amazing morning. We got a lot of pips already. The UK Open, super. The UK Open just started. Well, it's starting in about 40 seconds. But even in the Euro Open, we managed to grab some really good pips, and I'm going to be going over the active trades. One of them just reached its take profit, and that's DAX sell. Now we're going to go over the watch list and then go over the important stuff for the rest of the day. Let's get going. Firstly, welcome, PipsMatter session. My name is Denis Popivoda. I've been a professional trader for quite some time, and my history I'll explain on another session, but for now, you got to know me, I got to know you. Let's go over a very important lesson. I believe that everything is written in the charts. I think that, and I fully agree with the Dow theory on that, every little bit of economic information is already right inside the chart. And by doing so, by analyzing the chart and checking it properly, we are able to find very good trading opportunities, even via trading the news like we just did on the DAX, and that worked out magically well, earning us a very good risk reward of 2.5 something, I think, for the morning, which to me translates to about 700 something euros. And that's just great because that pays my bills. That's one trade. So we got another 5 trading days, including today, because today has just begun. Anyway, let's move on. Watch list and trades taken. The watch list we're going to be doing together, mainly for education purposes, because I do want to educate on my system, even on a free way via YouTube and stuff, because the more people we help, well, the more success we create. Now, the executed trades that I have running even from last week is USDJPY sell, GBPUSD sell, DAX sell, just reached its take profit, XRPUSD buy. I've taken that on the weekend. It's in a loss right now, but the pattern is still cooking. And Apple sell, which I'm waiting for today to give me some good pips. I'm already winning on all of the trades except XRP. So we're going to go over a review over the 5 active trades, the ones that have been executed. And then we're going to move into the watch list and see what we find in pretty much all markets. Anyway, the news. Now, German manufacturing came out worst since 2012. Really bad. 42 means it's contracting, not expanding, which is bad. Now, this is mainly from the trade war that's going on with China and US. It's the starting point of this. And you can blame Donald Trump if we get a recession coming in because of this, because clearly it's taking an effect on manufacturing, which will later move into other sectors such as service, and can affect jobs. People could be fired, lose their jobs, and so forth. Clearly, companies, when manufacturing starts going down, that means they're not selling that much. Means their business is contracting, and they might not need so many workers, so they can let go of workers and they can easily hire later on. But letting go of those workers clearly causes a problem to those people, and I do not agree with this bullshit politics that these fuckers are doing. But anyway, fuck them. Let's make money. Next up, Draghi is due to testify before the European Commission. That's coming on later on and could move the markets. We are going to be focused on the DAX, the CAC, and all the Euro pairs to try and spot a mover if we can. Later in the day in the US session, we have 2 Fed speakers and the US flash manufacturing PMI. This on Forex Factory and on other economic indicators is listed as orange, not a major mover, but because manufacturing is taking its toll, a drastic change in the flash manufacturing will mean that the actual manufacturing PMI will come out very bad or very good, depending on how far it goes up or how far it goes down. This indicates to us that there could be a move on the dollar today as well. Moving on. We're done with the chart. Let's move on with this here. Now, let's start with the trade that just hit its take profit, and that's the DAX. Let me go over the analysis on this. So we've used the key trading levels. You must have, to understand this pair in detail, you will understand that I've used these key trading levels here. Now, they're listed on the daily, some of them, so that's why they're far away from the Dow chain a little bit, especially the red ones that were done on the daily. This one here was done on the daily as well, and even this one here. So I think this is all done on the daily, and then I went to the 4 hour just to check it out. Generally, what do I do with this? We have a big move up. The Dow chain channel gets reached. I mean, it was reached here and here and here, but we needed to create this flat line because price moves away from it. The more price moves away from it, the more important the level is. And you can see that happen, for example, here on the retest. For example, here, price went down, but this was all giving us trading opportunities by creating little contractions of price leading to key levels, such as this, and then on the other side, this. See, another contraction of price leading to a key level test down. We went through this one really quick, ignored it after, retested here, a little accumulation phase going on, and then boom down, which brought us to this double top. Price came, went down, came again, this time making a contraction. This is one of those 99.9 trades that rarely fail. And the only reason they would fail is if we could spike up and then it would tumble, and usually does. So DAX is dropping out to this key level here. We have 54 minutes to go. We just made some good money. I'm going to close this. So we're not going to touch it until the next candle comes out. So if we break out of this here and stay in the bottom level, what I will be looking for is either a retest of this key level, or I'm just going to go right ahead and sell it right to the next one. But for now, not on our watch list. It's on our to-do list, but not on any active watch list. Now let's go over XRP. XRP is looking really good. Beautiful little contraction. Trading in these key trading levels here that we have. Almost touched this one. Remember, they're zones and not actual prices. Never depend on a price. Depend on a zone. And it's looking good. I'm really expecting a bullish push and a new push to the upside. The way we get our take profit here is retracement tool. We take the closing top, take the starting bottom of the pattern, and we get 120 or 161. So 120 lines up with this key trading level, which was clearly a nice resistance. And this is where the big boys thought that that's enough. Let's start taking our profit, and the sellers came on board. Now we're waiting for the sellers to stop and say, okay, we believe this is the lowest low for the day, and let's start moving up. And that's our add-on area. When we break out of this level here, we're going to start adding on to our buy position, especially after the break of 0.28380. That's it for that. GBPUSD looking really good. Beautiful contraction here. We made money within the contraction too by selling it from this top based on this resistance here and this key trading level, the red one that lines up with this. One sec. That lines up with this key level here. We sold it, contraction, we bought it, and then we sold it again. Free trades within the contraction, one, and I've just added on, by the way, at the break of this when I tested the EMA, so I'm compounding this already. Very nice pips. I've got about, all in all, I've got about 90-something pips based on my compound. So I'm talking about 2 trades, not just one. The main levels GBPUSD needs to break is a 23.6 off the contraction. That's the retracement tool, taking it from the bottom of the contraction right to the top of it, which, by the way, tested a key level and then went down, created this double reversal candle, retest of EMA. I know I'm going fast, but I got to be fast because we're limited to 40 minutes until we don't take the webinar mode, which I'll do later on in the day. So this is the most important area for GBPUSD. I think it will be broken, but it might stagnate a little bit. So between this green level that we see here and this 23.6, that's probably going to be the most important one. Just a sec. So yeah, this here. So we're waiting for this to be broken. If we find support here, I'll just get out of the trade and that's it. And then wait for the EMA to come closer, maybe do a retest or create a contraction or a reversal pattern or whatever. And then we'll ride it right back down to 50%. And that's the ideal area where we want to be, the 50% level. That's where we want to target. Now that's still far away. So check it out. From today, from that drop, we already got about 50-something pips to the downside. But this here is still very far away. It says my connection is unstable. So if you don't hear me, there's going to be a recording of this on YouTube. So we're far. We got about 150 pips till TP, and price action doesn't just drop down. It goes in waves like this, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and it continues. So it should take some time to get there, but for now we'll hold it and we'll ride it. It looks good. DAX, like I said, we're not going to touch it anymore. TP was reached. USDJPY, I'm riding this. TP is not far away. We already went through the roller coaster of this gap down, and then we went up, and now we're going back down again. TP1, 46 pips away, TP2, 72 pips away, and I'm riding to TP2 because it looks like I'm just a much more powerful level because of this here, strong support, strong resistance multiple times, and then clearly break, support, push. That's what I'm riding. I'm waiting on Trump, the war hog, to do something with Iran. I'm waiting on more bad news from general data, and I think that the JPY is going to be trending in our favor. Finally, the last one that I've got here is Apple. It's not open yet, so there's no point in checking it. I'll just show you what's up. Because I trade every market. My system pretty much works for absolutely everything, and I like to take advantage of it. So we had this resistance level here where the big boys again thought that that's enough, let's move it down, and they moved it strongly down. Eventually traded up slowly, broke out, gap down, test, fake out, contraction on the 1 hour, and push down. I'm getting out at 212.02. That's it for that. Let's go over the popular markets and see what's going on. You're going to watch me analyze the markets live, and we're going to try and spot a mover somewhere. Now, check this out. How you could use just the stops bottom system is a very simple way, a really simple way. We have a key trading level here, the dotted one, which we're not going to make dotted anymore. We're going to make it black, and we're going to make it thicker so it stands out. So it was a support and resistance level a few times, such as here, here, breakout here, retest here. You can see price action. Check this out. Right on the news, where is it? It came to it. There was a push to the next level and then back down. And where did it come? Right to this level here. You see the spike? Right to the next level. So I think we could trend down here and make a triple bottom. So I think Euro should be weak. It could trend slowly downwards because the data is really bad. RSI not in oversold. So there could be a move to the downside. That's what, 54 pips. Should be an easy one. And it should work out well, but I'm not going to touch it. Let's go over the majors for now. Let's go over all of the majors. So we checked Euro USD, GBP USD. Let's go AUD. Oh, one sec. AUD USD. AUD USD. You see, I've got these key levels in already. So what I'm going to do a fresh one with you guys just to show you exactly how this works. Daily chart. We find the Dow chain channel where it changed price quickly. By the way, this is set to 30. See this level here? We're going to map that out. We're going to map out all the bottoms or the tops first. So we want to find price where it reversed and left this straight line. This we don't want. Yeah, it is a support and it is a resistance, but we don't care about it that much. This is what we care about more, the main ones. So now that we have all the main ones in, let's move over to the 4-hour chart. You don't need much time to do this, by the way. Not much time whatsoever. So now that we have this, we want to do it on the 4-hour too and grab the minor levels, and we can even go down to the 1-hour chart, but that's just pushing it. So I'm not going to touch this because price action never touched, but here it did, and it reversed. I want to go a bit back. Got another level right there. And in here, inside this zone here, for a while now, we haven't had a major reversal of price. We have minor ones, but not major. So let's try and find a major one just to see what we could be up against. No, there's no point. Let's go like this. So we gapped up, we pushed up a little bit today, AUD USD, coming back down now because USD is a safe haven currency. In bad times, it does go up. It is a trading range here. So I think this could be righted down too, because we do have this resistance here, sideways, with some shadows to the top side. So if we see a shadow again, reaching the EMA, I could short this to the downside. And it looks like a basic channel forming, but no PipsMatter pattern on the 4-hour, nothing on the daily, and nothing on the 1-hour. Now check this out. We do have a contraction here. Look at this, Friday close. Now remember, contractions these type of contractions, we target the 50%. So I take the top, take the bottom, 50% was never reached on this one. See, they tried to reach price, broke out of everything, never went up. In any case, there is no trade here. So I'm not going to touch it. I'll move on to the next one, but I do want to find something interesting in this session. So let's go over Euro JPY. Should be tumbling this one. There it is. But no PipsMatter pattern there. Let's go over the next one. USDCHF should be going down. There it is. Let's remove all of this. I don't see anything here, so we're not going to touch it. GBP, JPY. See, I don't need much time to make my analysis. See, GBP, JPY could be making a basic little contraction here, but we need some time to make sure it is one. Let's see something like this. So what we want to do is go on the daily here and find any possible key levels on the daily that might support our idea. Usually I don't go too far. I go like a year back or even 2 years at sometimes. So 2018, 2017, and then I start mapping things out. So look at this one here. I just want to show you this very quickly. So we had this major level here, right? And then we pushed under it, but closed above it. And because we closed above it, we trended up. Then we come to today's day and age. And we have this support. We have a gap down there. And then we broke out of it just to show you how beautiful this looks. And then we have this here. And this is surely a beautiful little contraction on the 4 hour, slowly coming to price and back down. Then we came here again, and look at us coming right back down. Easy, really easy. Of course, you might get into here on the daily and then wait and wait and wait. So you would wait basically 3 days, including the weekend, before this went down. But this is a really strong bearish candle here on the daily. So I don't think I'm going to be looking for buys. But again, you need to remember that these are basic corrections in price that we trade here. So look at this. If we do go long, let's say this is the stop. The TP is just here, 85 pips. Easy stuff for GBP JPY, especially with everything going on with Brexit and, of course, the tensions in the world. Now, we could have a contraction here. It does look like one on the 4 hour, a much bigger contraction. See this? And then here with a fake out there. And then right back in. Then a continuation here. So you see, I don't just wait for contractions to come. Yes, I short them like crazy, but I also trade within them. And there was a beautiful one here, right at the 13 EMA, sticking to it, and then boom, push up. Looking good. So I'm going to put GBP JPY in my watch list for a possible buy. There could be some news coming out because Boris Johnson is going to the US. GBP JPY. I'll just put it there. So I have it. Next up, USD CAD. USD CAD trending, as I said in many videos and analyses, that it should jump up from this level. It did, and it went right back up, and it's making this little bullish channel, let's say, and it should slowly trend up to the next level, either this black level here, 13343 or 440, and then the next one up here at 133.810, one of these levels. It should trend up and then drop back down. So for now, tensions should ease with Iran. Maybe, we'll see. But that's what the chart's telling us, that there shouldn't be a major move on oil. And anyway, oil is the petrocurrencies, even though they're dependent on oil, they also move on their own economic indicators. But the fact is what? That the Saudi Arabian petroleum industry was hit, but not as bad. And that's exactly why it just went right back up on Tuesday. So nothing here. Euro GBP. Oh, Euro GBP looks really good. Look at this. I want to show you this. Yeah, there it is. I already had it. So there is a gorgeous contraction right there. Check this out. Just a beautiful contraction leading right back down here. So let's draw it like this. Ignore this red candle here. Now I already have this drawn in. So you see it should make a continuation. So it should go down again. Could go down again, not should, could. Let's check the 1 hour here. It's a little messy, so we're not sure, but could have a little contraction right there, something like this, and make its final move down. I'd say this is a sell. Let's see what we can do with the risk-reward ratio here, just to try and ride the downside. So we're going to set our stop loss right above this level here, but you see the risk-reward is horrible, absolutely horrible. So let's do this quickly. Still have a lot of time left till the session finishes. So we don't have any major level pointing to us here on the daily. Maybe the 4 hour gives us something. Because this pair has been a mess after Brexit was announced. This is absolutely nothing. So there's this one here. I don't know if it lines up with price. Kind of does. So let's put it. Okay, let's zoom in now. So there could be a basic little contraction here, which would tell us what? The risk reward is horrible, so I'd rather just wait. I'd rather just wait for the push down or a breakout. So what am I going to do here? Let me explain to you my trading plan on this. If I see a close above this black level here, so just to make it important for myself and I know which one I'm looking at, I'll make it green. There it is. That's my buy level. If price action jumps out of this level here, I'll buy. And if it comes back down to this level here, or even this level here, I'll buy there again. So this one here, I'll make orange, just so I know which are important. And I'm going to be looking to start going long on Euro GBP. This is how we would take the take profit based on this low. So if there's another low in the contraction, let's say down here, and there's a close on it, that's what we're looking for. So let's see how it lines up. See, this 50% lines up with this key level here, and that's basically what we want to see. We want to see the 50% and 61 line up with key levels. In this case, 61 lines up with this here. Not such a key level because the move, the reaction from this level to the downside, you see not much, 45 pips. On the other hand, the 50% had a strong reaction at this move here because it pushed price right back down 117 pips. So we want to see which level is important based on how much price it moves. I still think that this contraction is valid, just the risk reward is really bad. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get into this, but I'll put Euro GBP down as the next trade for my watch list. Now I update my watch list 2 times a day, once for the Euro session and once for the New York session. And that's kind of very important to me just to get this right. Now let's check some other pairs. Let's go over AUDJPY. Clearly trending down, yes it is. But you see, another possible contraction could be forming. I'm just not sure if it's a valid one. So we might see weakness of the JPY. So I need to verify if this is good. So I'm not going to target 61 here because I'm seeing too many reversals on the JPY. So that's why I'm probably going to get out at 50% or this one here, 107,210. But I'll ride this a little bit more. Just a little worried that it might bounce up because of this here. We'll keep it for now. So yeah, AUDJPY, another one going in the watch list. Now keep in mind, we don't want to expose ourselves on selling the JPY twice, for example, going long GBPJPY and going long AUDJPY. That's just something stupid to do. We want to put our money on one of these setups and move on to the other one, because let's say we can positively hedge ourselves by buying GBPJPY and buying Euro JPY. Here we're buying the GBP versus the yen, and if the yen weakens, GBP should go up, and if the GBP weakens less than the yen, then Euro GBP should go up. So that's a smart trade that we could take, but we'll see how that works out later on. For now, yen should be weak, but not by much as it shows here. Again, we want to map out the key trading levels. See, we don't really have many because we have to go back in time a little bit here. We got this one right there. Make it black. Got this here. See, this one's lining up to our current level. You see that? So now we have a contraction leading to a key trading level. The great thing is, for me at least, that I'm selling USDJPY, is that there's still room to go to the downside. Now, how do we enter a trade here? See, this is just perfect for me to just wrap up this trade with some good pips. So 30 here, and let's see how much is it to this next level here. Yeah, pretty much 30 as well. So I'm gonna get out between this here. That's where I'm getting out, between these two levels on USDJPY sell. So how am I gonna enter this? I'm gonna wait for this to come here. And if it comes there, the if is the thing that I'm focusing on. I'm gonna watch the candlesticks and I'm gonna wait for a close of the 4 hour. Clearly, this means that in the next 34 minutes, that's when this 4 hour candle's closing for me. But I advise you to trade with this hour setup because the FX markets open at +3 GMT at midnight. That's where Auckland opens, New Zealand, and then Australia, and then Japan, and everyone else. So this means that I'm not going to be opening a trade on this at least for the next 4 hours and 33 minutes, at least. So it should be somewhere in the mid-US session. For now, riding it down, it's looking good. So I'm just going to continue writing it down. AUD/JPY is looking up. GBP/JPY is looking up. Euro/GBP is looking up. Let's go to the next one. Let's go check something different here. Let's go over GBP/AUD just to see if the GBP is really going to be weak. And it looks like it will because look at this. We got another possible contraction with a breakout already. Just a sec. So it could be like this. Something like this, just a little channel, let's say. I guess it is a contraction. It's tightening. It's tightening at the top. It's tightening at the top a little bit. Let's see if there is any key level that it's bouncing off from. It's bouncing off this level here. See, this was an important level, and it broke out resistance here. Just nonsense, going crazy. Breakout, well, fake out, then again. Support, then resistance, then support, and then clearly a breakout. So it looks like an okay level, and that's where we're bouncing from, almost bouncing from there. Got the next one over here, the next one there. This one looks important. And in fact, what we can do here is actually just get the close. And then we have this support as well here. So today's session is just more about checking the trades together rather than just, me giving a lot of tips and information. So yeah, this looks like a down move. I think that's it. Let's check gold. Enough with FX. Gold's going up. We made some money on buying it here. I'm not going to touch it now. Let's go over some indices maybe. I think some indices would be good. So let's go over Germany 30. Yeah, it's staying right there, which is good for us. We might find a trade on it. Let's check oil. And then we're done. We're done pretty soon. So look at this. Oil's making a continuation pattern here. I forgot to show this, or I did in the video, I think. So we have continuation pattern, and we're selling to the downside. Now, if this breaks, that's when we want to sell. So if we were to sell, this is something we would want to do. Stop loss at the previous stops. Target the bottom level, 2 to 1, which is fine. 2 to 1 is totally fine. Giving us enough room to breathe over here. But also we could even enter at the break of it, so we could increase this. We want the candle to close. In 30 minutes, West Texas Intermediate goes into the watch list as a sell. WTI, down. Now let's check UK 100. Let's check what's going on with that. Nice contraction there, coming right out. I think I was selling this last week. Yeah, I was. So we got this contraction. This is on the daily. It looks much better on the daily, this contraction. So this is what we would do. We have this major support being broken now, 33 minutes for confirmation. 30% as well needs to be broken to an important level. And then 50% is our target. I think I'm done. That's it. Enough. I'm going to focus on recording the course and doing some private sessions. I'll stop the share now. Thanks for attending. I'm going to close this right away so I can focus on doing the private sessions and recording the Udemy course. Thanks for attending. I'll see you later. Bye.